We'll be back after these messages.
The Burger King Big Kids Meal. It has more of the great tasting food your kids love. Not to mention a little something else your kids may enjoy.
Pokemon.
Now inside every Burger King Big Kids Meal you buy, your kids not only get more of the great tasting food they love, they get Pokemon toys and limited edition trading cards from Pokemon the first movie. Pokemon in the Burger King Big Kids Meal. Come and catch them all.
And now back to our show.
Oh, hello there. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Pokemon News Flash. I'm your host, Tracey Sketchit. Now, before we begin tonight's segment, I'd like to get a matter of business out of the way, clear the air, so to speak. Many of you have come forth and said that I look akin to none other than Pallet Town's own Pokemon Master, Cody. I'm here to tell you tonight that this absolutely is a falsehood. We may have many similarities physically, but he and I are, alas, just not the same. Although some days, I wish we were. Now, you may notice this fast food bag behind me. Now, while I personally, of course, would never eat this, I'm a celebrity, this might be a good excuse to go out and have a meal on the town. You see, Burger King is going to play host to many different Pokemon opportunities this year. I'm a talking Pikachu, launchers, rev tops, keychains, light-ups, Poke beanbags, and my personal favorite, squirters. I always liked a good squirter.
Poliwag!
Now, another positive to going out and eating a meal at Burger King this year is going to be the exclusive catch cards that you'll receive, PokéTrivia. These are astounding pieces of information. Professor Oak himself does not even know some of these answers. So today we'll be covering a segment of PokéTrivia, and I want you at home to play along as we discover the answers together. Now, let's begin with Staryu. You know, Staryu, the star-shaped Pokemon. How does Staryu get from place to place? Go ahead and think about it. The timer's on. Beautiful. Now, think about it. Staryu flies through the air. He likes to float about. So, the answer, naturally, is psychic powers. Gotcha there, didn't we? Now, let's move on to Dratini. Dratini, coming in at 5'11" and only 7 pounds. Think about that for a minute. Okay, coming in at 5'11", 7 pounds. What was Dratini thought to be until very recently? Of course, Cody's Pokemon Expedition, you can go check it out on YouTube today. It's the year 2000, but yes, YouTube is coming along. Anyway, what was Dratini thought to be until recently? The timer starts now. That's right, for those of you at home that said a mythical Pokemon, you would be absolutely correct. If you'll remember the Indigo League episode where Ash visits Bill's lighthouse, you will have seen a giant Dragonite. Of course, totally outrageous compared to real life. So, Dratini was thought to be a mythical Pokemon until very recently we found out that you can catch a ton of them with the right fishing pole in the Safari Zone. Now, moving on to Pinsir. You know, the one with the little... Yes. Pinsir. How does Pinsir use its claws in battle? The timer starts now. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. Time's up. Now, the answer, of course, is to crush its opponents. No need to explain why. You'll remember Pinsir crushing a Metapod. Or whatever. Anyway, let's move on to the next. Ivysaur. You know, the evolved form of the starter Pokemon Bulbasaur, often people's first choice. What does Ivysaur have twice as much of? The timer starts now. Time's up. The answer, obviously, is strengths and weaknesses. I'm sorry, I'm taking a moment, ladies and gentlemen. I know we're on live television. I'm taking a moment to determine whether Ivysaur was poison type in Generation 1. I believe it must have been, because that would give it twice as many weaknesses and twice as many strengths. Yes, that's a word. Because dual typing, leads to that often. Okay, moving on to Pikachu. This should be easy. Everybody knows Pikachu. How does Pikachu zap its opponent with electric powers? The timer starts now. Time's up. Did you get the correct answer? It squeezes its cheeks. Did you know Pikachu squeezes its cheeks to zap its opponents? Many people don't see this hand movement because it's ever so slight. Pikachu. Anyway, okay, Poliwag. Why does Poliwag have a hard time standing and walking? Do you know why it falls over all the time? Let's find out. Timer starts now. Time's up, ladies and gentlemen. The correct answer? It has newly grown legs and arms. Now, many people obviously have seen Poliwag in the Pokemon world, and it evolves much like other Pokemon. But if you look over to a different alternate universe in the real-life Earth, Poliwag resembles a tadpole. And obviously it's growing, so it grew some legs, and then it goes through this metamorphosis into Poliwhirl, Poliwrath, where in the Pokemon world, evolution takes on a more loose turn. A lot of Pokemon can evolve into different things that just don't make sense. Anyway, let's move on to Vileplume. How did Vileplume evolve from Gloom? Did you pay attention to the Every Pokémon Ever series? You should know this answer. Time's up, ladies and gentlemen. The answer is by use of a Leaf Stone. Yes, that's correct. Leaf Stone is used to evolve Gloom into Vileplume. Okay, Charmander. I chose this as my... Cody chose this as his starter Pokemon. We all saw a very fantastic young man take off on a journey to all 151 Pokemon. What an outstanding hero he is. But this PokéTrivia he might not have known. When does steam spurt from Charmander's tail? The answer is when it rains. Obviously, you put fire, heat, and rain together and you get steam. Everybody knows this by putting a hot kettle on the stove. You know what I'm talking about. Okay, and lastly but not least, my favorite of the PokéTrivia this time around, Nidoking. What does Nidoking do to its prey? Good luck, Pokemon Masters. Alright, time's up. And the answer is... wraps its tail around the prey and crushes its bones. Well, this has been another exciting round of PokéTrivia. I do hope you'll come back and join us next time. Bye-bye.
Burger King and the U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission want you to know about the voluntary recall of this Pokemon Pokeball. The ball may pose a suffocation hazard to children under 3. Throw the ball away or return it to Burger King. The safety of your child is of the utmost importance to us.
What the Hey! Who took the Whopper? Every Pokemon Ever is 100% non-profit, by the fans for the fans, but there is a way that you can help out. We're supporting St. Jude Children's Hospital. Donate today and help end childhood cancer.